Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do the New 52 Futures and issue number 1 by DC Comics. So we continue with, after issue 0, when we learned that Brother Eye kills every life form on Earth. And so Terry McGinnis is being, teleported back to the present. And it seems that he is too late. And that Brother Eye is already being built by Mr. Terrific. And Alfred, who is, his digital butler right now, also in the future. It's not real, I believe he's a program. So they talk to each other, and Terry McGinnis, Terry McGinnis is, I believe, the name of the new Batman in future. I like Terry. He says, hey, what are we going to do with the cyborg that came with us? And the cyborg attacks him instantly, and he's being watched. And then, so Alfred says that they are not alive anymore. Whatever life they are was once what is gone. You can only kill them by removing their brain or destroying that, and that is exactly what he did. And so that threat is over for now, and he's being watched and maybe taped by this guy. I have no idea what it is, but yeah, intriguing. So this comic is being split in 3 parts. So 3 storylines all rolled into one. 4, if you will. So this is Stormwatch. Now I have to admit that I never got into Stormwatch, not when it was made by Wildstorm, also not then when they merged with DC Comics. The sad part is I have some Wildstorm comics, but maybe I'm going to check that out later. The sad thing about Wildstorm properties is they haven't been used properly, in my opinion. They are being more, like side characters. And once upon a time, they are being, flagship characters, like, let's say, Wildcats or Gen 13. I mean, what happened to those guys? I mean, those were great groups of people. Although I'm not a big Wildstorm fan, I mean, there's a lot of people who like them. But in DC Comics, they are being not really utilized. And I'm not familiar with all of these characters. I know that this is not Grifter, but this is Apollo. This is Midnighter, I guess. This is the engineer. Don't know who that is. Hawkman. And before this comic, I had no idea who this is, but it seems that this guy's called Hawk Moon, something like that. Anyway. So they're being pulled out of some kind of a dimension or thing that called the Bleed. Again, I don't know what it is. This is their ship, and they have no clue what's going on. And it seems that this woman called Engineer tried to merge with the ship to see what's going on, but then she's being, attacked. And there's a voice then somehow coming from her, and her eyes changed. And this entity says, Jack Hawksmoor, leader of the Stormwatch, your team has secretly protected Earth from alien threats since the Dark Ages. But you always knew there was just preparation for the true storm, the ultimate threat. And then it says, Angela Spica, codename Engineer, is gone. I am the storm you created for. I am here. So the whole ship is going nuts, and they are being attacked. So Apollo is being sent outside to see what's going on. And then there is some kind of a radar, if you will, analyzing the threat from somewhere. And there's a blinding light because he sees something, and then he is being destroyed, obliterated, annihilated, disintegrated, if you will. And Apollo is Midnight's boyfriend, so he's very upset. And then this entity or whatever it is, analyzing or taking over the ship. The self-destruct is active. The ship is being blown up. Everyone is dead. And then they, whatever it is going to Earth. Really cool. I have no idea what's going on. I like that. I like being teased. I also like that, they are, this whatever it is pretty powerful and can take, even the strongest characters out with a snap of the fingers, because Apollo is pretty strong, or was, because he's, now fairy dust or whatever you call it. So we go into the night to North Carolina, and we see this little symbol here. And for those who know who this is, this symbol, well, I'm going to show you. So this group of people or civilians or family is being killed, and we see the narrative of the person that is going to do it. And he said, they like us, social, they gravitate towards each other. 6 normal living among them, didn't have a clue. And we see Grifter shooting, killing people, innocent people, it seems. Truth is, they're everywhere, hiding in plain sight. Remember the movie about pods from outer space possessing people? Imagine being in one. I can, because I was. So yeah, and then he goes to the room of this little girl, or the other little girl, and I'm skipping a few pages. It speaks in an alien language, and Grifter kills it. So yeah, aliens are on Earth, hiding. I wonder if this is the same aliens they fought when they are in Wildcats. I forgot the name, but I imagine, I wonder. Then we go to somewhere else again, to New York City. So we have this guy trying to call Ronnie, and it seems that this guy is called Jason Rush, and he's looking for Ronnie, and Ronnie is, somewhere up here, and he's calling him, and Ronnie doesn't, take his phone, and there's a reason for that. And the reason is he has some fun with a girl. And Jason says, is it Jason? Let me double check. Yeah, Jason Rush says, why weren't you answering your phone? And he says, do you really need me to explain? Yeah, Jason, that's a pretty stupid question. I mean, duh. Anyway, so Jason is instantly unlikable because he is complaining a lot and talking down to Ronnie. And he says, hey, we got a distress call from Oliver from Green Arrow like 45 minutes ago, and he needs us. And Ronnie says, listen, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to have a life. And Ronnie says, she said, listen, if you want to be a superhero, just do you, leave me out of it. He said, you can't be bothered, says Jason. I don't do 24/7, especially when Emily's on speed dial. And he says, well, she doesn't care about you. Well, I care about having fun, and you should try it, he says. But then, I don't know, Jason touches him, and they transform into, wild Firestorm? Yes, that's the one. And this is not the original Firestorm. I mean, there's different people assuming that role, merging together. That's the whole thing. One is a person, the other one is the smart one, telling the other people how to properly use their powers, because they can manipulate the atoms and change them, everything they want. He's pretty powerful. So they go to the signal where Ollie or Green Arrow was last seen, and there's some explosion in a lab, and Firestorm is putting out the fires using his powers, but also, Jason is also just in his head screaming and yelling the whole time. Take care of the people. Screwing up is all you do. Firestorm should be a priority, but you gave that up a long time ago. Ronnie says, I paid my dues, Rush, and I don't need a nanny. So yeah, these people clearly don't like each other, and I can see why. I mean, if you are a superhero and there's somebody living in your head and telling you everything that you don't want to know, or belittling you, or having an argument with you, or seeing everything you do, man, I would become crazy too. So it seems they are coming too late, because it's the accident happened 25 minutes ago, and then Jason says, this is on you, Raymond. This is your fault. Your selfishness caused this. Because of you, dun dun dun, Green Arrow is dead. Okay, that intrigues me a lot. What happened here? I don't know. So yeah, 4 issues into run and rolled into one, but also, great story setup, because a lot of happening. I don't know who's who is the enemy, what's going on, what does it all mean? I don't know, but I want to know more. Yeah, and I don't think it's also fair that Ronnie gets all the blame. I mean, imagine if you are, you know, trying to buy clothes, or you're sitting in a restaurant, or you're having fun with a girl, or a man, or whatever your sexual preference is, or you're taking a dump on the toilet, right? And then somebody's tried to call you over and over and said, "No, brah, I want to take my dump in quiet." And then that guy blames you for not picking up your phone, and then, you know, because somebody died. That's not unfair, because you couldn't know that this would happen, right? So you're a piece of shit, Jason. Anyway, great issue number 1. Let's see what happens in issue number 2. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, I'll see you next time with a new video very, very soon. Bye-bye.